Hey, everybody. Welcome to the comments below. I feel like more and more I say it more like a welcome to the comments below.
Sounds good.
I don't know if I'm trying to do that. I just feel like I do. Anyway, comments below. That's the thing you're listening to. We are a YouTube drama podcast. We talk about things going on in YouTube. I am Matt. With me, as always, is Courtney.
Hi.
And Elena.
Hi.
Now, I say as always, but if you listened last week, me and Courtney weren't here. We were far away.
So far away.
A little bit of a vacay. And our dear friend Bryony was here with Elena. We did listen to the episode on the way back from our vacay. I have one, what's the word I want? Criticism?
Okay. I'm open.
Courtney just shot back. You know what it is?
I don't remember.
You called it a cloutriversary.
Oh, yeah.
But it's cloutrimony.
Oh, you said it a lot of times.
You said it a lot of times,
Yeah,
and every
I
time
did.
I would swerve the car all over the place going, no,
Cloutrimony.
got dangerous.
That sounds so much better, too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So anyway, that's, you're going to lose some points.
Dang it.
I think it's going to hurt you.
You're kicked off.
Well, I wasn't going to do that. I mean,
Well,
anyway, and Bryony is taking your place.
Okay. All right. Starting next week or...
Probably next season.
okay,
yeah.
next season.
So I feel like we do what, 250 episodes a season. So
Yeah. Okay.
actually no though, but actually
But actually, in
it was
real life...
wonderful. I was very proud of you. You had
fun
to learn
too.
your are things I'm so sorry. Is it going wild outside?
I guess so.
I hear a lot of
There's a lot of sirens.
ambulances.
A lot of sirens.
We did a very quick here's how all the stuff works.
Yes.
And I know in the moment you're looking, it's like, oh, yes, this all makes sense. But then when you get it by yourself, it can be very like, what? Huh?
Yep.
And you did it all by yourself.
I did it.
And Bryony was wonderful, and you were a wonderful. You steered the ship all.
And my long toe got a shout out.
There was
Which
okay.
I'm very happy
This is
about.
not a criticism. This is a observation.
Okay.
It's fun. It was fun to listen to our own podcast, and I felt like there's so much I wanted to say, which I kind of feel like is how podcasts are. You're
Yeah.
like it's like listening to friends, but you can't talk to
Say
them.
anything.
I do feel like if you want to start a foot fetish podcast, that's super cool. I'm totally. I can't necessarily be a part of it, but I would help in any way. I don't dislike feet. I'm not as into it as you guys were.
But I don't have a foot fetish.
Right.
Sounds
you do
like
say
you
that.
do.
No, I don't.
you
I
say
just
that.
I judge people on their feet.
Yeah. And like
And you
gets
jerk
turned
off to
on
them.
and like
no,
jerk off.
no, definitely not.
Okay.
I just judge people by their feet, and it's a very poor quality to have.
Why
Hey,
is
man.
that?
Because like that's not nice, I guess, right?
I don't know.
I mean, we judge people by their appearance all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only.
But the thing is, if I really like a person, and then their feet are all,
What about mine? Are they clean?
your feet are so great. You have
They're
a
not.
long toe.
I laughed out loud at the long toe shout out. It was great. It was great. Bryony's great. I really would like to have her on.
Yeah, we
With,
should totally
with all
have
of us.
have a
Yes.
foursome podcast one day.
Don't be gross. But it didn't work for today. Because I did consider that. I thought
Right.
we should just have Bryony on right away. We can all talk about whatever, how she feels about the podcast, blah, 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 blah. But we came back from our vacation and then we went on a spiritual journey, the three of us together. We saw Trisha Paytas live at the Gym Theater in Kansas City, Missouri.
Can we start from the beginning?
Please.
As in like our Airbnb as well.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
good.
So we drove 10 hours to get home the night before.
Yeah.
And then we wake up. We come back. We sleep at our place once. We meet up with Elena the next day.
Yep. We got some food together.
Got some food.
Banditos.
Yes.
We hop in the Fiesta.
Fiesta.
The fiesta.
drive out to Kansas City. 4-hour drive. Wonderful drive.
It went by quickly.
So
did.
quick. We're
Made
talking. We're chatting.
Some pit stops. Got some drinks.
Almost
Yeah.
lost a wallet.
Oh.
I did think for a second. I'm very sensitive. Or scared. I lost my wallet a mere month ago, so I'm scared I lose my wallet all the time.
We
But I
had to
don't.
pull over.
We did pull over. It was embarrassing. So, whatever. We get there. 4 hours. We're at our Airbnb.
We got that beautiful message from them telling us of all these goodies that they had for us.
They're like, which has never happened. I've stayed at Airbnb. It never happened to me before.
No. Talking about these egg muffins.
And they're
the
pretty
s-
good.
And the cereal and the pineapple upside down cake and the banana cake.
Yeah.
Right?
Banana
Wasn't-
bread cake. Yeah. And I did think that was pretty cool because she said, Kathy, correct?
Kathy.
She goes, and they're pretty good. Because if she said they're so good, I would have thought, okay, lady.
She said in the message that they were pretty good, and then when we got there, she also
Yes.
said they're pretty good.
They're pretty good. Like,
Pretty
I like
good.
that. They're
And
such,
then Frank made us eat that cake. He forced
well,
us.
his name's not Frank.
Well, right. Well, I know that.
We still don't
We
really
call
know
him
what
Frank.
his name is.
It's Fred.
It's Fred.
It's Fred.
We hope. But
Well-
Matt brought up a good point because they had one of those little journals that they keep at Airbnbs where they're like,
Tell us
put
what
in
you
your
think.
review.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Matt said that the first person could have put Fred, and then everybody else after was like, well, I guess it's Fred.
Yeah.
He said his name and we knew it, and then things started to throw us off.
Yeah.
But he liked to do fun little accents.
Yep. We got there and he immediately greeted us at the door
Yeah,
and walked us in.
Starts showing us everything, and he says,
Everything.
and he says, you can talk to us as much or as little as you want,
But then
but you should talk to Kathy. You should come talk to Kathy. She would like that. And we thought, and look, we were in the car. I literally said out loud, "Hope I don't gotta talk to these people," which was a joke, but also a little bit of a, I just want to, whatever. But then we got out there, we started talking to Kathy.
Kathy was great.
What a lady. And
Kathy was
their
great.
daughter was lovely. She, they asked us what concert we were there to see.
We were like, Trisha
Trisha
Paytas.
Paytas. Thought we could kind of get away with just not really talking about it.
And Fred was like, oh, Matt, you got drug into this, huh? Dragged? Drug? Whatever. And you were like,
Well, no, it's my idea. And then, but the daughter was familiar with Trisha.
17
Yes.
years old.
Yeah.
and she was like,
YouTube.
oh, I'll show my mom some of her work. And we're like,
Ugh. Stay off Twitter.
So they
Yeah.
watched the I Love You Jesus video, and there was something else.
Howard Stern
the Howard Stern
appearance.
on America's Got
So
Talent.
then we were outed as insane
Freaks.
people.
But it outed in the better way than I thought.
It went okay.
She probably thought we were like really religious or something.
Yeah, right. Well, and it's like I want to explain. I'm not necessarily embarrassed that we went to see Trisha Paytas. I just feel like there's a lot to explain.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you just see a surface thing, you're not gonna.
No one's going to understand.
But so we talked YouTube with the daughter.
Yeah.
Never told her we had a podcast. I think that
No.
was
Safe.
good.
Yeah.
Because then she would hear us.
Talking shit on her father.
Yeah.
I don't think we're talking.
We're
shit.
not. We're just speaking our
I don't think we actually
observations
said anything.
and how he had to explain literally everything to us.
We learned all about their family. We got
Saw
watched. We saw the
pictures.
Wall of Shame. He very comically referred to the pictures of their family as Wall of Shame. Very funny.
Funny guy.
And there were right. There's an interesting. I had some trouble following the family dynamic of who was whose kid and married to whom, and because his daughter was there, but then her brother was his stepson, which I think we figured it's not that hard to figure out. But when you're in the moment and learning all this new information, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Huh? Who? Huh?
And like the Kathy's daughter-in-law is in TV or
She
something.
she's from St. Louis.
From St. Louis.
But now they lived in the Czech Republic for
7 years.
Yeah.
And the visa renewals are too
It's
much.
such a process.
And the people out there think that Americans are fat because they shop for a week at a time at the grocery store.
Instead of a day at a time.
Yep.
Because they have small fridges.
Yep.
And this is all stuff we learned in our 2 to 3 hour conversation.
Seriously, 2 to 3 hours.
Which, and I'll remind you, we didn't really want
No.
to talk to anybody, but once we were there, it's like,
They had a nice
Guess we got
screened-in
to.
porch.
oh, it was beautiful.
Beautiful outside.
Great place. Yeah,
Yeah,
her
was
daughter.
there.
Yaya and Michelle.
Michelle.
Another family that were staying there. Yaya didn't speak English,
But could say good morning.
but could say good morning. But then she said a few things to me in the morning, and then I was like, "What's going on here?
Yeah.
This is a trick."
Yeah.
And she was wearing a face mask in the morning, which was kind of a very it reminded me of the Hello scene from
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Miss Doubtfire. Or what's that? You've seen movies where the person puts on a face mask and then they startle someone and it's like, your face is green or something. It was scary is what I'm getting at.
It was weird.
I didn't get to see it, but I believe you.
We made it up. There was no
made it
face.
up.
We also had an alarm clock for us that was not our phones at all.
I don't know what would have to happen at an Airbnb for me to leave a negative review, because this apparently wasn't it. But man,
It was. I mean, I feel like it started around 7:30. It was just a dog barking
very
in
rhythmic.
the house. It wasn't even outside.
It was locked in a room upstairs.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
was.
Barking and barking.
It was absolutely rhythmic because I was building patterns in my head of his barks for however long. I mean, up until we were leaving, he was still
left.
barking.
I mean,
I almost opened that door when I went upstairs.
well,
but
so here's okay. Fred and Kathy left at 2 a.m. They do this interesting. They deliver cars.
Car carriers or something. Couriers.
So the way Kathy explained it, she explained a lot to us.
Yes. But she's great.
Like a company will buy a bunch of cars at auction. They get them cheaper, right? But they're all in St. Louis. We need you to deliver this car from St. Louis to our, we have places all over the country where we have offices or building, whatever. You think like, I don't know. What's a company that has
She
places
named one
all
of them,
over?
but she said
did.
like pharmacy.
Pharmaceutical
companies.
So it's like, hey, this executive out in Austin needs one of these and this person needs one. And so they pay these people to drive them out there. And then they said, sometimes when you get there, you can find one that needs to be delivered back. Seemed really cool. So at 2 a.m, they were going to start one of these trips to do
To Iowa?
this delivery. I think
Utah. That was it. Yep.
I was in Utah.
right.
I think I was in Utah.
It's the same place actually.
So it was, they weren't there. And I didn't know, I felt like we were supposed to let this. There's also a lady that came, they said, but they were just a very, hey, this is,
Donna is what you said
I don't
yesterday.
think that's right. But they're like, oh, this is Donna. And then we were like, oh, hey. And then I don't know what she was about.
I think she was just just
standing there with the dog.
Yeah.
And then she
Cute
left.
little wiener dog.
She had a
Cute
cute
little
wiener dog.
long-haired wiener
Was it
dog.
the wiener dog that was barking?
Could have been. Could have been.
I don't know. And then we also had the question of, was the Asian family watching? Because they had a dog. There were 2 dogs. One was someone who was staying there. They had the little black dog,
Shih
Tzu.
Which they took with them, I
Oh, they
believe.
did?
I don't think it was.
Well, because they couldn't have left it there, right? Or was the Asian
No.
family taking care of their dog who's
And just
staying at
letting
their
them bark?
Airbnb?
I don't know.
So many questions.
Ooh, so much.
So many questions.
What if the lady with the wiener dog was dead in that room?
Holy shit. I knew I should have opened that door.
And the dog's like, dude, come help my owner.
He's saying 911, 911. Wow. So the dog's barking like crazy. Courtney said she was going to cut its head off.
She did say that. She went up the stairs to use the bathroom. She's like, I'm going to go cut the dog's head off.
Also, we were in the basement. This dog was on the second floor. This thing
Clear
has
as
some
day.
pipes.
So clear. I thought he was upstairs.
I thought he was
on
in the basement. So anyway, still not enough for me to not leave 5 stars. It was great. I loved the whole thing. I loved the dog. I didn't love the dog barking, but whatever.
It was an experience. You know, anything surrounding involving Trisha is not going to be simple or easy.
No, and it felt like a very Trisha. Like I felt like we could have gotten in the car and started just talking about this. You know, I would stay in this hotel under Airbnb, and the dog was barking, and I couldn't even believe it. That was my Trisha impression, I guess.
Good job.
I'm trying to talk fast, but I don't know what that.
She talks so fast.
Too fast.
Boy, does she.
Too fast, if you ask me.
Too furious, act a fool.
Yes.
But we survived the Airbnb.
Yeah,
We had fun. We went out in Kansas City.
We did, we went out and we ate and stuff the night before. We went to a very cool bar called the Zoo.
Yes.
Little dive bar. We went
loved it.
to fancy bars, and we're like, this ain't our scene. And then
we had a Capri Sun shot.
It was
that
bomb.
was the best.
It tasted like a Capri Sun.
Sure did.
That was like I don't remember the name of that. It was like a sports
It's like
bar.
a pizza. I think it was called the Pizza Bar.
Oh yeah, and it was cool, but like it wasn't like our scene.
It was not.
Google
It
dive
was,
bar. Found a little hole in the wall called the Zoo. That was wonderful. They played great music.
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, Mariah Carey.
They did.
And then they played
That's your favorite song.
what else were they playing?
Courtney Barnett.
That was really cool. That was a bartender. They played Hole. Which I don't love Hole, but
It's fun.
it's fun. Hadn't heard it in a while.
It was so cool and fun and fresh.
It was great.
And I guess we went out that night because the concert was at noon on Sunday.
Next day.
Noon on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Today.
Today. It was earlier today. That's insane. It feels like
Years.
lifetimes ago.
Yeah.
It is. I have never gone to a ticketed event like at noon like that. It was so strange. Even like outdoor festivals, the all day festivals, it's like I get there like 2.
Yeah.
And it was like some weird like auditorium almost. It was like a high school, felt like a high school, like, auditorium.
Right. The gym theater. I wonder what they normally, like if you were to see their like plays maybe
Yeah.
more often.
Feel like it.
I can't think of a venue around here that would really be comparable. But
Yeah, we
keep
got
me on track,
there.
Elena. Right?
So we got there. We drove to the Gem Theater. As we were driving there, we could kind of pick the people, who was going to the Trisha show.
Yes.
But it still didn't look like a lot of people. They were kind of slowly walking around. We find a parking spot. We walk over, get patted down with the
Do the wand. Do the wand.
And so we get in, and half the lobby was full, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say
It was like half
There was
the
a
lobby.
long line to the door.
Yeah, it wrapped around a couple times, but I wouldn't say the lobby was full.
no.
We'll post video on Instagram, of course.
And she had her merch table set up, and
Yep.
you could see where they did the meet and greet at like 9 in the morning.
Yep.
It's crazy. We should have got our picture in front of that thing later. But anyway, by the way, the staff at the Gym Theater was lovely. I'd never been patted down by a nicer man.
Yes.
Yeah, he liked my buttons.
Liked your buttons. Made a comment about them that made no sense.
Didn't make any sense.
What did he say?
I don't know what button he was talking about, but he said, "I like your buttons," and then he pointed to it and said, "Yes, it is."
But none of them.
And I didn't know what the fuck that meant.
None
None of them
buttons-
said anything.
None of them are like a statement.
No,
Yeah.
right.
Like, I feel like me and you read every button and then at the end went, yes, it is. And I'm like, no, that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't
Evil
make-
Dead. Yes, it is. I guess, but not.
The
Doesn't really make
Stooges.
sense. So that was cool. It was just really nice. Everyone was really nice.
Yeah.
They were older, and I feel like they were kind of like, what is happening? But they were very sweet.
Yeah.
Right.
Scanned our tickets.
I would say from the lobby, the crowd was younger than me
Yes.
by a lot.
Because you're 49 years old.
49 years old. Younger than you guys by quite a bit.
Were they?
I would have thought.
Most of them.
I
But
would have
would
guessed they were all 20 years old.
Yeah, I guess
I
maybe
would
you're
say-
right. I think there were some underage people, though.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say 16 to 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No very young people. Like, no, 10-year-olds.
No,
which I was like,
no.
okay, cool. That's good.
That's good.
Only a couple people I would have put in their 30s.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I had no idea what to expect. I thought there might be some old, and I don't, is it offensive to say I thought there'd be more older gay men there? There were
That's
definitely
not
some younger
offensive.
gay dudes there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not offensive. I mean, she has even said that that's her demographic.
So that was, just an interesting group of
Bunch.
people. A lot of
It only filled the first section.
right.
the Gem
Yeah,
Theater.
I was thinking
About
maybe
a
one
third.
to 100, right around there. Maybe could have pushed 200, but probably less than 150. I'm
Yeah.
pretty bad at that, I feel like.
Me
but
too.
that's
Not a lot of people.
not. Yeah, I mean, you think it's so interesting to me. I mean, she has 4 dancers with her. Her mom.
We
They're-
saw the head dancer right when we got there. He was walking
Yeah.
across the stage. It was Cedric. He was like, "Hi guys," and just kept walking, and people were freaking out.
he 4 dancers, her mom. We believe a
Just a helper.
stage manager guy,
Yeah.
something like that. So at least 7. They're taking flights and stuff. I just wonder how the money works out. Did they
Yeah.
sell a ton of merch? It's
I mean, there was a lot of merch gone when we
I wondered if that was fake.
real. Yeah, they
You
could
know
have
what I
packed
mean?
it up.
Packed it up and smooshed it all together to a
Yeah.
scarcity thing.
I also wonder when it comes to these YouTubers though, if they kind of write them a check and hey, here's a check, and then they take all the ticket sale money. I don't know.
Who? I'm sorry.
I don't know, when a company that wants to
Oh,
put them on tour,
maybe.
they
I mean-
kind of just write the check and then take whatever profit they can.
At $30 a ticket times 150, that's $4,500. So that's actually not
Yeah.
crazy. And so they did the VIP thing, and then they're like, oh, if you at the end of the thing you could do the meet and greet after, and we didn't do it, but they're like, if you have wristbands, stay in the theater and do the meet and greet. And it looked like there was a pretty decent group of people that weren't leaving with everybody. So I don't know. Maybe they do okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we find our seats. We kind of went towards the center to get.
I'm sorry?
I didn't mean to emphasize that.
Okay.
I don't know. That was
Well, you
weird.
did.
Where did
Yeah.
you want to be? Way off on
definitely
the side?
In the center, we
If
got
you
a
wanted
great.
to be far right or left,
No. It was perfect and great. We got good seats, and
well, you couldn't really.
Yeah,
You would have had to have tried to sit farther in the back.
Yeah.
Actually, we were kind of in the very back
Of the first
people.
section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So we sat in the center and we were greeted by this lovely woman who runs the theater.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
she was
forgot
singing.
what her name was, but she was great. She was
Was she scatting or some shit?
Yes,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was. That's what I have. I
She,
said scatting lady to introduce Trisha.
Cat lady. Shit lady comes out. She comes out and everyone's she's like, hello, Gym Theater. And everyone, all these kids are like, yeah. And I thought, oh, this must be somebody.
Open
It's an opener, and they all know her. They're deeper into YouTube than I am.
Yeah, right.
And then she's like, I'm the curator of the Gym Theater.
And the one across the street.
I'm the public. Yeah, she's like, and then she goes, she's like, I like to come out and introduce all the stuff at the gym theater. I like to do it in a little bit of a special way. So those red lights on the front mean don't go past that part.
They're red for a reason.
Well, actually, she said they're red for a reason. I'm sure you know why.
And then didn't explain.
Which I figured it out, but I was like, because she was like, unless Trisha invites you up on stage. But I was like, I don't know why they're red. But like, look, she did introduce the show in a very special way. Scooby bop bop scat.
Yes.
But like, she said, she goes, I'm going to introduce it in a special way. She's already done it, I guess, because then she just goes, hey, man, don't go past those red lights. So, okay, well, and then she actually did sing some more. And she did it's actually the thing I hate.
Oh, but you love her.
I loved her. But like, okay, so people, when they sing and they like push it harder and it will get raspy, right?
Yes.
But singers, Christina Aguilera, too much spit in my throat.
Okay.
Christina will do it sometimes where they're like going like, welcome to the gym theater. And that like fake like, and she loved it. And it was very funny.
That's so true.
It was really great.
No, it was
the whole
great.
thing was great. Yeah. She'd be like, welcome to the gym theater. Y'all excited to see Trisha?
And it was funny too because it's like she did not know who Trisha was before this.
No.
Oh gosh.
And in a really real way, it was cool that she like, it would be very easy for her to be like,
And here's
we've made
Trisha.
our money. I don't know who this is. I'm not even going to show up for like. What am I? What
Just
is
don't
this?
get on the stage. The lights are red.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just have one of the security guards say it. But she did it, and she was very positive about this weird thing that was about to happen.
She didn't know what was coming.
Well, hey, you know what though? I bet she researched. I bet when they
I
were
bet
like,
she
"Hey, we would
did.
like to book this at the gym theater," she went, "Hold up, let me see who this is," because she seems involved.
She
in her
saw the
job.
"I Love You, Jesus" video and was like, sold.
Yeah, no, this is great. Some wholesome entertainment. I watched a third of this video. I think I get it.
Yeah.
The peeps are a little weird, but yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. So she introduces her. Then we have a little bit more of a break.
Yeah.
That's when we started. Well, not we, but Courtney and Matt started receiving airdrops from
Now that was funny.
Insane.
people in the theater of Trisha.
And like bad pictures of her.
Some just very bad pictures. A picture with her like insane, disgusting eyes photoshopped onto her crying on the kitchen
Yeah.
floor.
Picture of David Dobrik.
Yeah, that said like
My king.
All hail the queen or something.
very interesting, very strange, very funny, but like I don't know. I felt like I never want to go to a thing and like try to appear like I'm there ironically, right? Like I don't want to be someone there who's like, I'm too cool for this shit. But I did think that we were probably the ones that were the most detached
Yeah,
from
I would
it.
agree. Yeah,
But
yeah.
then
Totally.
someone starts sending these like mean pictures, and I'm like, well, shit, maybe we're like more
Into this.
more into this than these. I mean, they're like here to make fun of her, and we're like here to make some fun, but like also like I hope she plays fat girls, which she didn't. So it's like,
Fat
well,
chick.
I'm sorry. Thick girls, fat chicks.
Yeah.
She
Did.
did play thick girls. Didn't play fat chicks. That is my favorite.
Yeah.
So,
You guys accepted the airdrops though.
oh, I took them. Yeah.
It was great.
Absolutely.
We'll have to. We'll
We
post that
got
on our
'em.
Instagram as well. The airdrops.
What a fun! I've never even. I assume that's like a more common, not prank, but whatever.
I think it's like a meme kinda to do that.
I've never. I'm unhip. I thought that was very funny.
I
don't
see it a
wanna-
lot on Twitter of people like, look at this thing some
Yeah.
stranger airdropped me.
I want to do it now.
Start doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, no, you should.
So okay, so we're in it. We're waiting. We're like, oh
We're
man.
waiting. People start chanting her name
Yeah, that was hilarious because
for
it
a
like.
very short amount of
Yeah,
time.
I assume some of these people. This was like basically their first concert.
Yeah. And it's Trisha.
Concert.
And then-
Would you even call it a concert? I just don't know. It was so weird.
Right. This is noon.
In like auditorium.
Well, at this point, not even noon. We got there at 11:30 and like doors were like 11:40 or something. So then lights go down. Holy shit, here she is. It's Trisha. Psych.
And we see this blonde start walking on the stage, and we're like, "Oh my god,
who, is that her? I can't tell.
It's Trisha.
Sounds like her.
Sounds exactly like
And
her.
like sometimes you see people in person and you go, "Oh wow, they look different."
Yeah.
So it's got to be her.
Nope. It's Lena Mama Got Back Paytas.
Yeah, at Mama Got
Mama Got
Back on social.
On
she told us
social.
that.
She made
With
sure.
her little stapled packet of notes for her to speak on stage. They're bright pink.
Bright pink notes. One of them is like the length of a CVS receipt or something.
And the other one's like a short little stub like index card.
Yeah, it's like a big long thing with a Post-it stapled to it. And she's like flipping through them. But just to say like,
Trishy Land and also
Glitter Bitch Box bag. I put snacks in it.
Yeah, and I didn't. None of it had to be like script. Like she could have wrote Trishy Land, Glitter Bitch, merch on her hand and been like, "Go, got it."
Yeah.
But she's got this. I guess it was.
But you want to know
scripted?
why she needed it the most? Was for her rap
That had to
song.
be the long one.
Her rap
had to be the
song.
long one. She goes, yeah. She's like, I wrote a rap song for Trisha. If you guys want to hear it. Shockingly,
everyone screaming.
Everyone
yes.
screamed. I went, oh, I don't know. I mean,
well, she made sure to tell us that she's not a professional rapper.
Yeah, right. Which I appreciated because I was ready to judge this as a professional rap song.
Should I play it? I recorded it.
I mean, I'll drop it in. I'll do that. I'll drop it in right here.
The warning is I am not a professional rapper, so I just wanted to let you guys. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, maybe if you want to join, you just go right ahead. Okay, ready? Here we go. Now this is my rap song for your queen, starting when she was only 18. Showing them soon after met Quentin Tarantino. She found her niche on YouTube, that's fun. It's how she met her friend Shane Dawson. So Trish was on America's Got Talent, where Howard Stern hugged her, much to her excitement.
I'll put a little bit of it in there because it's really good.
It's so great. It's 2 minutes long.
Damn, it was very long. Felt like forever.
And she was just like referencing things that I was like, do you want to talk about your daughter's Adam and Eve sponsorship?
I mean, I guess.
And her crying on the fucking floor.
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah.
Ooh.
She'll do anything her partner's into.
Yeah, she did do the whole
Beatboxing.
beatbox aspect of it as well.
Very strange.
Very strange.
But everybody loved it. And then, yeah, she's like, hey, I assume this is from her videos, but I thought it was very funny. She's like, hey, I got my bag. The Glitter Bitch box came with a little vinyl bag or something. And she's like, you can put makeup in here. You can put whatever in here. But you know what I use it for? And everyone's like, snacks. And she pulls out she's like, got Cheetos.
Well, she does have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it's like a cooking / mukbang channel.
So
she like cooks everything. She makes her signature dish.
Just a Cheetos in a bag?
This is what she...
Lasagna.
Nope. No. It's 3 different things together.
Well, it's lasagna.
Noodles, cheese,
This
sauce.
is...
So don't tell her
This
like she's
is
stupid.
Yeah,
Trisha's-
don't talk to me like that.
This is Trisha's favorite dinner to have at her mom's house, which she grew up on, and it's the signature dish.
Chicken parm.
No.
Heartbreak.
No. No.
Tell us.
Burgers,
Okay. Yum.
mac and cheese,
Yum. Sounds great.
and mashed potatoes.
Oh. That's a
That's
Hold
her
up.
signature like meal.
Does she make the mashed potatoes like from potatoes or from like box?
What do you think?
Fuck.
From a box. I think from a box for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah, right.
this is just middle America. This is
Well, what kind of mac and cheese is it? Is it shells
Kraft?
and cheese?
Yes, it's shells and
okay,
cheese.
fuck yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like signature dish.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
like that's their signature meal.
I guess
Every
that's-
time Trisha comes over when
Okay,
she's upset, that's what she's making. And
I haven't
sometimes
had shells and cheese in years.
Oh.
sometimes
it's-
she'll make corn on the cob as well, but it's what she
Fuck corn on
always
the
does.
cob.
So what she'll do on her videos is like cook all this stuff and then eat. And it's like 2 separate videos, the cooking and then her eating.
That's very funny.
And it's a mukbang.
But it's with her. Well, I mean, hey, how many people cook their own mukbangs?
Actually, I've seen a lot of
Turns out all.
seafood boils. They try and cook themselves. I want to do a seafood boil. Is there a place around here that does that?
We could just do it ourselves.
I mean, a lot of places do around Mardi Gras and stuff.
Ooh, can we do that together?
And stuff. I really want to cut a lot of my
stupid bullshit.
stupid bullshit out. I just add words. I think I never want to sound definitive. I always want it to be,
Because you could be wrong.
because I could be wrong. So if I say around Mardi Gras and stuff, then it's
You're
like,
leaving
hey man,
room.
it was Mardi Gras. There were no seafood boils. Oh, it must have been the stuff. I'm shoot.
I want to do that. Can we do that?
Do
Absolutely.
one ourselves?
Well, yeah. Or like if
Go
there's
to
a
one?
place around, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've seen like people they look like bags that are just knotted up with a bunch of crabs
Creatures.
and corn and yes, monsters.
A bowl of monsters earlier.
We'll get to that for
Yeah.
sure.
Jeez. Gosh.
If we don't mention it on the podcast, I will be upset. That was a major part of today.
So mom beatboxes in a way that oh boy.
I'm laughing because she's laughing.
Well, she's always very amused with herself.
Sorry.
Mom gets done beatboxing. She goes off. Okay, here we go.
Lights go down.
Lights go all the way down.
And a floating trash bag comes out.
Big giant black trash bag comes floating out. And that's not a mean name that we're calling anybody. It just had a big black curtain and it looked like a trash bag.
Yeah.
Trish bag. And so they start playing Freaky,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah. They start playing Freaky.
Which is Elena's.
Favorite Trisha Paytas song
Yeah.
ever. It's good. It's good.
Okay. I mean,
And I think it's the best produced music video as well, in my opinion.
right. See, like that. Did you have to say in my opinion? I guess that does add a little bit of like,
Well, no, I had to say in my opinion because, I mean,
you're right.
That might not be
feels
your
better. That feels
favorite.
better. But like, it's all opinion. I don't know. I'm working on it for me, not for you. You're fine. You're great. You talk well. I need work, I think. See, that was on purpose. I was doing the thing I do, kinda. That time too. I did it on purpose. Anyway, curtain comes down. The
trash bag.
sexy. The trash bag comes down. These studs just hanging out.
Muscles
Muscles
abs,
galore.
Skin.
Abs,
Tans.
Skin, tans.
oh,
haircuts.
collars.
One sleeve attached to the collar.
Yeah, one sleeve and a collar and like a pink sleeve. And then there she is.
I couldn't even believe it. I was completely
Beautiful.
starstruck because I was like, she's here. She's on
right
the
there.
stage.
Right there.
And she's kind of lip singing Freaky right now.
Now, I'm going to say, she was definitely singing.
She was definitely singing, but there was
100%. Two
also
tracks.
the track.
Had the track with her voice, but like her mic was too loud for a minute. It was like feeding back in the monitors a little bit. And you could like hear it when she was dancing going,
Yes.
a little bit of this stuff. So, you know, definitely her mic was on. She was
Yes.
singing. They did have the actual like vocals pretty loud.
Yeah.
Also, much easier to sing to that than on its own, but still.
And also, she's dancing.
Oh, she's well.
You know what?
She's moving around.
She's dancing.
It is.
She's
dancing.
doing choreography.
She threw a couple of dance moves in there
Yeah.
while she wiggled around.
She was definitely wiggling around pretty good.
She was dancing.
And it is funny. She's got.
It's
okay.
called dancing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because she's got these just absolute hunks up there.
Total babes.
who are professional dancers, very good. From my perspective, look, hey, I don't know. Maybe someone who knows a lot about dance would go, "Oh, these guys." But to my untrained eye, they seemed like very good dancers. And Trisha, definitely more of a skilled dancer than me. Not exactly on these fellas' level. Mm-hmm. And it made for an interesting. But I think they worked with that well. Like they did most of the
Heavy lifting.
Yes, I didn't mean it. I meant, they did lift her up at one point, but that's not what I
have video of that too. That was my favorite.
It was great. It was great. I mean, it was great.
It was great.
It was great.
Everyone was having fun.
I was fully entertained.
Kansas City was going nuts.
She even said that they were going more nuts than New York City.
Yeah, so suck it, New York City. Yeah. Another city that we're not from was better. She's doing freaky. It's
beautiful.
Beautiful. She's just looking like a goddess up there.
She's trying to take off her skirt. Iconic. It's not working.
Right. She was, making it real obvious that she couldn't get the skirt off.
And here's the thing that I want to point out. The mic was feeding back, and she had trouble with her skirt, and you could tell, but she was like cool about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like laughing about it. And I do think that is a sign of a good performer. She's rolling with the punch. Like the skirt didn't come off. She tried a couple times and then she just went into the next like dance move part of the song. Like she didn't dwell on it or anything. And I've seen, which whatever, I guess Trisha's been performing for a long time, but there's something about watching a person cry in their car and eat that makes you think maybe she's not professional all the time.
Right.
But
she did it.
And it's maybe stupid of me to think that. But yeah, she totally was like, look, I've like opened for bigger bands that I have seen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I've seen them like throw fits over monitors they didn't like and like very mean and take way too much time to fix a problem that they should just go move on. Just move on.
Yeah.
And Trisha like handled it
very well.
So well. And then the song was over. She took the skirt off.
Yeah. And then she like talked to us for a second. She was like, "Hey guys, like Kansas City," mentioned the whole New York City, and she started tearing up, crying.
Yeah, that was
because everyone was cheering so damn hard.
Yeah, and she said that was the first time she ever cried on stage, which we don't know if that's completely true.
I need to see some video of other shows, see if she says that every time at that part. That was after the second song, I believe.
Yeah,
and then she said. She was like, "I know I'm not that good at dancing and I can't really sing very well, but you guys still like me anyway." And it was very adorable.
So cute.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, she didn't say it in a way that
she's like, everyone really hates me right now, but you guys don't.
You guys love me. Yeah. And it didn't say, it wasn't like a, oh, I'm so bad. Oh, and then everyone would go, "No, you're great." She meant it.
Yeah,
like,
it was very sweet.
And you guys like me. That's cool.
Yeah. And then she said that she was going to sing some more songs. And that she was going to do a Q&A and talk shit with us.
Yeah.
And then do a few more songs. And we were very, very, very excited.
We were.
So she does...
Red Flags.
Red Flags, her new video coming out.
Yes.
They had red flags.
They did.
And I thought, good thinking. Good thinking.
Genius.
Yeah. If I was going to do a song called Red Flags, I probably, I don't know, would have had toy ducks or something. Would have made no sense.
Idiot.
Right.
But Trisha, she goes... I'm going to have red flags. It's why her nails were red.
Yes.
I learned that in the
Q&A. Yeah.
Nothing.
What other songs? There was one called Revolve. I don't know.
Big fat ass maybe was in there. Titties looking both ways.
Oh my God.
What's the big girls?
Thick girls.
Thick girls are a boy's best
friend.
Fat
chicks, thick girls. Yes. Which is possibly my second favorite.
Yes. She did Shallow.
Oh boy, did
yes,
she.
Yes, she did.
And she brought the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
With the video of her.
Right.
Her YouTube video was playing in the background. And that was, it just added to
perfectly.
it. It was so good because that's such a good video of her.
It's a killer vid.
Killer vid. She sang Shallow for us. Was that pretty much it before the Q&A?
I think so. Maybe we'll remember something.
Maybe.
But Q&A.
Q
And then Lena
and
immediately throws her hand up. And I'm like, what are you doing? Yo, there's no way. I was shocked.
I mean, so the trick to the Q&As is you have to be one of the first
you're
ones.
right.
Because while people are asking questions, other people are like gaining the courage to do it.
You're right.
And then they pass by you because they have limited time.
No, I just had no question.
Oh, I had nothing.
I feel like anything I would have asked would have been unintentionally rude or something. Like,
Well,
what's your deal? Man, what?
Immediately, immediately
this?
in my head, I was like, how do we plug the comments below?
Beautiful. Because that wouldn't
Yes.
have occurred to me either. Honestly, probably my first thought would have been, what's something funny I can do? It's like a character flaw in myself. But because I was like, what are you going to ask? Like, oh, I'm going to ask her a podcast so I can talk about our podcast. I'm like, you genius.
Genius.
Yeah.
You
I
genius.
literally talked to Trisha Paytas.
So
She said your name. She talked to you.
also, you had your hand up immediately.
Yes.
They go get someone else a question. And I think also I'm like, well, they're not gonna. Because I feel like that's just like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be like, that's just my luck. But I'm like, come on. They're going to have all kinds of questions. They're all going to be people up front. Second question.
I felt it.
Lena.
I felt it. I knew he was coming to me.
Guy comes up. He's like, what's your question?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm going to ask her about her podcast. He's like, okay. So he gives me the mic. I start talking. Trisha's trying to find me because it's kind of...
It's just packed in there.
It's packed. Introduced myself. She asked for my name again because she couldn't hear me the first time. And then I said that it was like great to talk to her and that I wanted to thank her for the cameo she did for
Dude.
us.
Ties it back to a thing she might remember.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
making this connection. This is the second time you've interacted with us.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Social engineering this whole thing, taking us to the top.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, I was like, thank you for this cameo that you did. You did a cameo for us for Matt's birthday, and we talked about the comments below, which is our podcast. She's like, what was the podcast again? That was my Trisha
Yeah.
That was good.
impersonation. And so I said, yeah, no, we have a podcast called The Comments Below, and we talk about YouTube drama. And I told everyone in the theater that if they wanted to follow us, we were The Comments Below. She asked for that again. She was like, what was that again? The Comments Below.
She said it was a great name.
Yes, she
And
did. And it is.
It is.
And it is.
True.
And I mentioned Paytas Patrol, but I don't know if she really...
Yeah, I
said
don't know
she
if
did.
that really clicked.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I said that I asked her question. I was like, I know you have the Trishy After Dark. Are you ever going to have guests on that podcast?
Okay, this is another. Did you care?
Care what?
What?
No, absolutely not. I've never even heard the podcast.
This is what I'm saying. So beautiful.
Genius.
So beautiful. Because, like, the question, it was just so perfect. Because when you asked it, I'm
you.
like, I thought in my head, she ain't give a shit.
Yeah, I've literally never listened to the podcast
This
before.
is just, because it's on Patreon.
Yes.
But we did learn something, actually.
Yes.
So not only was it genius that you asked a question that just, like, fit and, like, like it sounded like it was a real question.
Yeah.
That like, oh yeah, of course she wants to know this, whatever. But it ended up being a good question overall
people to
for
know.
us
Even
too.
Yes.
for her, yeah.
Because then she said she just signed a thing to do a new podcast that
and
sounds
that
like it's
Shane
going to be.
is going to be her first guest.
Yeah, well, she's going to ask
Oh, right,
Shane to be
right.
her first guest. So hopefully Shane's. But
I'm
yeah,
sure he will.
I think she said 5 months.
I
or
think she said 3 maybe.
3 months. But it sounds like it's going to be like on Apple Podcast and Spotify, like everywhere for free type of thing.
And then she
which is cool.
mentioned that the next time she comes to St. Louis,
She'll hit us up.
she'll hit us up, which she probably won't, but we're going to try.
Oh, we'll stay on it.
And so the goal is from here on out, we're going to post all this content we got today on our Instagram, tag the shit out of her so that she sees
Yeah.
us, follows
Yes,
it, because she's going to be like, the comments below, that sounds familiar.
Right.
Follow us. Then we'll be able to DM her and be like, hey, Trisha, like, should be on
And then
our
she's going to
podcast.
ghost us.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then we'll make
videos.
a video
Yep.
and podcasts about
And
it.
like, oh guys, check this out. How's this? it was just like so hurtful because we love Trisha so much, and like it was so crazy that like, I mean, I don't know what was going on, so that's kind of my.
And like she told us at the show that she would do it.
Show, and we waited there for 3 to 4 hours.
Yep.
And she just never showed up. And like now she's making these videos about us. And at that point, maybe she's not. But if we say that, maybe like she will.
Right.
What we need to do now with what you just said, we need to post a clip of that on Instagram and sponsor it so people think it's real. And then they'll listen to the podcast.
Yes.
That's funny.
Courtney is a genius.
That's good. That's very funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. But it was great. Yeah, she answered our question, and I was literally shaking afterwards, which
it was so cool.
I'm not going to be the person who's like, I never get starstruck, but Trisha, I get starstruck for anyone who is even remotely famous that interacts with me. But I texted my sister immediately after, and my hands were shaking a little bit because I was like,
that's hilarious.
I just talked to Trisha Paytas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
and she said my name
by the
right
way,
this
by
time.
the way, I do think fulfills our goal.
Yeah.
We wanted to meet Trisha Paytas.
And we didn't like do the meet and greet, but we talked to her.
Look, the box is checked. I think the goal continues from here, that we try
Only
to
get better,
have more of a personal interaction with her, or we can't, you know what I mean?
We need to get her to follow us on some sort of social media.
We did it. Elena, you did it.
Yes.
Thanks. Thank you.
Which, by the way, I also think for especially, maybe we do it for a video or something, maybe not the main podcast, I don't know, but we do need to sign up for Trishy Land.
Yeah, we do.
And take a stroll through there and talk about it.
We'll dedicate
I don't know
an episode
how many
to it.
full Trisha episodes we can do before our podcast is called Paytas Patrol.
That's okay, though.
I wonder, I don't have a good grasp on where Trisha really stands in the like YouTube drama, you know, like, because I feel like a lot of those bigger Twitter pages don't talk about her that much. So are we on some weird fringe shit that like people listen to our podcast and love it, and then they see a Trisha Paytas episode and go, oh, come on, again.
Guess I'll wait till next week.
Glitter bitch. Ooh. We did stay signed up, so we will get the next Glitter Bitch box.
It's on its way, actually.
And
right
this
now.
time we have no idea. We know one thing that's in it because she started talking about what's in it, and we turned it off immediately. But she had she was holding the thing, but we want it to be a complete surprise.
Yeah, so we can unbox it on the podcast again.
Yes.
But she continued the Q&A. Someone asked her if she was going to release another. Something we haven't talked about yet because we're only talking about today and the concert was that her and Vlog Squad got into some beef earlier this week where we'll explain it next week. I don't want to waste too much time on it, but she says she's releasing another video about the drama tonight. So we'll have to check for that.
I would say, honestly, so far, the video basically is just her this is her stirring it back up.
Yes.
And hopefully part two she'll reach in for some new info. Because part one really wasn't anything new.
No.
It was just kind of like she was
angry.
She's made some videos where she's like, they're cool. And now she's making the one that's like, nah.
Yeah.
Actually,
she said
sucks
she was
shit.
Pretty heated this morning when she recorded it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine.
And then someone asked her about how to come out of a depression. Some advice on that. Talked in circles a little bit. But I'm sure that inspired some people.
Yeah, what was her
But we got our favorite quote out of it.
This is my new just life motto.
Everything comes good.
Everything comes good.
I try to remember it in my head and I can't. Anything I come up with is not as stupid as that. I love it though.
It's not look, because we were just talking unscripted on stage.
Yeah, it
totally made sense in context what she was saying, but it's a very funny quote.
And she ended on that, so it made it even more amplified.
And I want a shirt. I'm going to make a shirt that says everything comes good.
Good. Yeah.
We can all win.
Yeah.
CUMS. Right?
For you. I'll make yours disgusting.
Oh, man.
Somebody asked, this is an insane question.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she said nothing's off limits. Like someone asked who wins the YouTube house or whatever.
Yeah.
And she wasn't like that. What a
she
dumb
was
question.
thinking about it.
She almost did.
The best part was she said, "Who cares?"
Yeah.
Which is very funny.
She said she signed too much paperwork that she feels like she probably can't,
right.
which is true.
I
I'm
do
sure.
think she was like, yeah, she wanted to answer it and wouldn't care. But somebody asked, "Who was the celebrity that you recently hooked up with?"
Because she referenced it in a video about
Right.
like her recently hooking
which
up.
was hilarious because Trisha at first legitimately didn't seem to know what she was talking about.
She forgot.
But she's like, recently? Or, oh. And then I was a little bummed because then the person started like going like, or whatever, just a celebrity you've hooked up with that we don't know. Like she pivoted. I felt like Trisha was way more going to answer that question.
Yeah.
Until the girl like started going like,
changing it.
or whatever, like
Yeah.
kind of gave her an out that she wasn't going to take.
But she said
But
that she's working on one right
what if-
now.
It's so crazy to me that we're at a theater at a concert
At noon.
at noon.
Today.
A very young girl is asking a 31-year-old woman, "Who is that celebrity you hooked up with?" And hey, if you can't tell us that, just tell us somebody you've had sex with
That we don't know
that
about.
we don't know about. And then Trisha had to be like, let's see, who have I not told you about? Because I basically tell you everybody.
Yeah. She mentioned that one guy. What's that guy's name?
What's this guy's name?
Shane West from
West.
Walk to Remember.
And that his butt smells.
Yeah.
God, that's fucked up.
And that she's okay with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people's butts smell.
And then she said that she's currently working on the process of hooking up with an A-list celebrity who's older, usually plays creepier roles.
It says crazy things.
Yeah, and he's on the level of like Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
What if it's Maddie McConaughey? He's crazy as hell.
I
feel
could
like
see him.
Or Joaquin, of course.
Oh,
Joaquin,
right.
Jim Carrey.
Ooh.
I don't know if he'd be on, because she said it's like a George Clooney type, right?
I mean,
more
you're probably
serious.
right that probably has to do with looks and demeanor too. But as far as like level of celebrity, because that's
Yeah,
what she
Jim
was
Carrey.
literally talking about at the time, like how
Oh,
famous
okay.
they are.
Yeah.
But you're probably right that there were other things tied into that. But like, what a bonkers situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never would have thought in all of my years of living that I'd be in a theater listening to a lady who was just in a institution
yes.
talk about the celebrity she's trying to bang and a couple that she has.
And their butt smells.
And the odor of their
Assholes.
assholes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she said that the Q&A, like, she's like, I'm going to have to end the Q&A. It went longer than
Right.
I was supposed
I
to.
could have just had the Q&A.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
That
for
was
sure.
the best part. What?
Because
Honestly,
it's like her TMI to a new level, you know?
right. It was weird to feel like, maybe I'm being naive, but I was feeling like, oh, we're going to get some info.
Some tea.
But I do feel like Trisha's on a stage and it's like, oh, I'm on. I'm like in front of an audience. I do feel like she may have like spilled a little more than just when she's been talking to a camera.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yes.
But no, man, she's a captivating person.
We love
in a lot of
her.
ways. I could have just sat there and listened to her talk about celebrities she's banged.
Yeah. And then I Love You, Jesus came on after that.
We got introduced. They did the little dancers got a little spotlight.
Yep. We saw her makeup artist, who is also one of the dancers.
One of the hunks, one of the muscles.
Multifaceted, right?
Oh, yeah.
You
And
know.
as far as I can tell, a great dancer.
Yeah, he was great.
And then he can do makeup too.
Right.
That's amazing. And then she came out and sang "This Is What Dreams Are Made Of,"
Yeah.
and that was my favorite.
That almost made me cry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
started
right.
getting emotional.
That's the song who
Hillary Duff.
Duff. That's
Lizzie
I'm
McGuire
sorry.
movie.
Do you not remember listening to her CD on the way to Trisha Paytas?
Oh, I remember.
Gosh, it's like he doesn't even.
Care?
Yeah,
I didn't want to say the wrong thing because then you'd really be upset with me.
That's true.
you're right. You're right.
You know, yeah. If I was like, well, and then she did that Mandy Moore song, you guys would have gone insane.
Yeah, probably.
She does that. She did Iconic.
Iconic with her iconic underwear.
Yeah, that apparently
very
is a
cute.
Britney Spears
Remake outfit.
Yes.
outfit. Yes, but Britney Spears
Hers
said
says kisses.
kisses. Trisha said Iconic.
One of her dancers kissed her pussy on stage.
Definitely, 100%.
Over the iconic underwear, but it was definitely like it was her pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy kiss.
Lips on lips, for sure.
Damn.
And it was just a beautiful, loving moment.
Yes, it was perfect. Yeah, and then it was over, just like that.
What'd she end on? Was it the?
I thought it was the Hillary Duff one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was an hour, but
Yep.
like,
Less than.
A little less.
was it a little less?
I think it was.
With
a little, barely. I mean, I'm just saying.
with
It's funny.
her mom and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it was just over, and people were like, "Oh, lights
Yeah.
immediately, house music lights so fast."
Telling us to get the fuck out unless we have a wristband.
Yep.
6 songs? Am I?
Was it that
Yeah.
many?
Yeah, I would say 6 or 7.
Yeah, not a ton of songs, but like, just we did it, we saw it.
Yeah, we did it, and we talked to her, and that's
Yeah.
more than what I was expecting. So I'm fully satisfied.
I look, just to know like what a live YouTube or YouTuber event is like in any capacity, and this seems way more fun to me to see than like a Jake Paul thing
Yeah.
that would just be like,
But like, I also feel like if another YouTuber comes in town, we should go and see what that's
well,
like.
we should probably get tickets then for Danny Gonzalez and Drew
Drew?
Gooden are coming
Yeah.
through
Who's
St. Louis.
that? I don't know who that
They're
is.
funny guys.
Okay.
They're like legit funny guys.
We've watched a video with you before.
Okay.
You'd know.
Yeah, they're way different.
They're pretty
lane
funny.
than
Okay.
Trisha. They're,
I feel like that. Yeah, no, we should be more invested and do that. We should
Yeah.
like report on those things like this.
sure.
It's like, hey, heard you want to go to a Trisha show. Listen to this.
Yeah, and I would like to see the comparison. Just what,
Yeah.
YouTube is a insanely diverse platform, so it is weird to be like, oh, I'm going to see a YouTuber can mean 2 entirely different things.
I've gone to MagCon before. I don't know if you guys knew that.
What's that?
All those like Vine kids
did,
who
yes.
turned
I
into
remember you
YouTubers,
saying,
and I
yeah.
met Nash Greer and Cameron Dallas.
Yes, yeah, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah, that was very different from what was today.
So we're done with the show. It's lunchtime. And Elena starts making up all these food items.
Osama's pussy.
Right. Right. Which I've never heard of. Doesn't sound good to me.
I did not, for the record,
What's up?
I did not say that. That was not the dish that I was specifically looking
pussies.
for.
Poop pussies.
Poop pussy.
My father is from El Salvador, which is located in Central America, and their like national dish is the pupusa.
That's what we said. I don't remember. where
Somehow we talked about Osama's pussy.
I don't remember
know.
how we got to that, but
Yeah, and so they don't have them here in St. Louis, but apparently there's a community in Kansas City that is mostly Salvadorian, and they had this little restaurant called Latino American Restaurant that sold pupusas, and we wanted it.
we wanted it.
And we got it.
Oh, we got it. And it was a
Yeah.
very cool place. Very small.
Very small.
Like
They had hortata.
They did
Did I
have
say it right?
Yeah.
Bitch.
horchata. You ever listen to Vampire Weekend?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
they say horchata, so
Horchata.
But are they Salvadorian?
probably.
Yes, every one of
There's
them.
something.
It was very cool. It was very. Well, what's the word? I mean, like.
Authentic.
No, but I mean, like for the building, not run down, not dive bar, but like wasn't like a fancy place.
smaller little
Small little piece
hole
of
in the
shit.
wall.
Little piece of shithole in the wall a little bit, yeah.
But not like dirt. I mean, I don't know.
No. It
Like,
wasn't
when you say
dirty.
dive bar, it doesn't mean like a dirty shithole.
No.
But there's not like a restaurant word for that. Dive
Right.
restaurant? I don't know.
Yeah, a dive restaurant.
I guess. I don't know.
We stuck out like a sore thumb.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I'm so glad you could speak Spanish.
Oh God,
'Cause
yeah,
I
that
felt like-
saved us.
Oh, we looked so dumb. Like me and Courtney were just like, duh. Uno taco. Whatever. Y'all got
Queso. You knew that.
Yeah.
Queso and chorizo. I know that word
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, so you got a what? What did you get?
Queso chorizo.
No. You got a
queso y chorizo papusa.
Yes. So good, so good.
I mainly pointed to the things
Yeah,
that fell on the
we
menu.
pointed and kind of went,
it was so
queso. And then the lady patted us on our little heads and was like, good job.
yeah. It was so great because everything literally was like an El Salvador themed restaurant. Everything, there was maps
Yeah.
and the flag and people wearing El Salvador gear. It was
is
amazing.
Really
It was
wild
cool.
to me.
I
'cause
felt very
It's
celebrated.
a small country, smaller
Very.
than Missouri. We looked at like kind of the size. Really, it's like half the width of Missouri, and like for a population of people from there to end up
in
in
Kansas.
Kansas City, it's just a weird like, whoa, cool. That's neat. The horchata was
So
very
good.
different than what's the like Mexican horchata on this. Or not very different, but I did
Better.
like it better. It's thicker and like more like
Brown.
yes, brown.
It was brown.
You're right. It was more like the magical horchata I had on the street one time that I don't know what restaurant it was and I can't figure it out. So we got the pupusas. What is a pupusa?
It's pretty much the way I describe it is like a cornmeal quesadilla, but with a lot more like meat inside, I guess. They take a cornmeal dough ball, poke a hole, put the meat, cheese, beans, whatever you want, and then close that hole up and mash it flat and then cook it like that.
They were very
So
good.
good. So
good. The chorizo
good.
I felt like was different. I don't know if maybe it's just that spot or if it's different than all Mexican chorizo, but like it was like bigger pieces of
Chunks.
meat. Very good, but
Very
different.
good.
So
And
good.
then then you got the sandwich thing.
Yes.
Which
I
looked
forgot what
bomb,
it's
and I
Which
wish
we
I would have gotten
didn't
that too.
I forgot what it's called, but it's like this sandwich that they usually eat on New Year's, and it's so good. I got that and pupusas and horchata and Coca-Cola. It was
Oh yeah,
Mexican Cokes.
so
El
good.
Salvador Cokes.
Right.
And Courtney noticed that a lot.
Well, we're good. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. We've paid.
Well, no. Yeah. No, well, it
I
was
started talking about it in the middle.
Right.
Yeah. She noticed that there was a lot of people there with these big soup bowls with crab legs in them.
Looked so good.
Now she claims to have not seen the crab legs.
I saw the soup. I did not realize what was
Okay,
in the soup. I
okay.
did not see a crab leg until after we paid, I think.
Right. And she starts going, I gotta get that soup. And now I'm something of a practical man, and I'm like, Courtney, there's no way you can eat a bowl of that soup. I mean, come on. She says, well, what if I took it home? So you wanted to buy soup to go.
And there was someone behind us ordered that soup,
I only ate like 3 bites.
Oh, that was,
and she was eyeing it down.
oh yeah.
Almost took a
So we
sip.
need to leave before I eat that soup. So like, I'm like, you're going to buy soup and drive it 4 hours home?
Oh my God.
They have seafood soup at other places. We could just
No, she said.
get, well, And the thing is, Elena's mother ate seafood soup when she was pregnant with Elena, and that's why Elena's brain's messed up because of the mercury. There's mercury in seafood, and that's why Elena can't think right. So we order this.
Well, we sit there for a good, 15 minutes with me trying to figure out if I should actually order it or not.
Just flip-flopping back and forth.
I said, we need to leave before I said, let's just go. I won't get it. And we need to leave before I change my mind. And then...
We didn't.
And I think that's maybe when I saw the crab leg. Because I didn't realize.
I mean, you could also just order crab legs somewhere. Like, that's not the only way to get a crab leg. Get it
in that soup.
Damn soup.
I'm gonna piss myself.
So she orders.
Well, she sends me to go order.
Oh, right.
I didn't know the name of it.
Oh, by the way, when I paid, she said a whole sentence to me in Spanish, and then went, "Oh, sorry." And it was like, "Here you go, dumbass." I'm like, thank you.
That is so cute. That is so cute.
They were super cool. They were so nice.
Yeah.
And
so
like,
I went and ordered Courtney's soup though, and she said my name right, and I almost cried.
Spelled it right, even.
Spelled it right. I didn't have to. I usually, whenever I do a to-go order, I'm like, it's Elena, Elena. Like I always just go ahead and do it.
It's Kate.
Sometimes I do Emily.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because it's E. But yeah, I was like, she asked for my name, told her Elena, spelled it right, said it right. It was a beautiful feeling.
How'd you say it?
Elena. It was so great.
That's good.
But then, we waited for the soup in a to-go cup.
And it took a while.
It did. And she was just thinking about that soup.
All I could do was think about that damn soup.
So the lady gives it to us. We get in the car, and it's hot.
It's very hot.
So goddamn hot. Burning my thighs.
Yeah. We had to set up a little situation. We had a freezer, like a
insulated bag.
I had to set up a little situation in there so the soup could stay in there. And you think like, well, you got a 4-hour drive with your friends. You're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. Me and Elena did. Me and Elena had a lot of conversations. Occasionally we'd go, "What, Courtney, what do you think?" And she'd go, "I'm just thinking about this soup." She would
I'm actually going to pee, I swear.
She would reach down into the bag to check and see if the soup was still hot. And then put her hand on our faces and go, "That soup's still hot." And I've never felt any, like, this is the strongest relationship that I've certainly ever been in. I feel, that I've ever seen. But I was jealous of that damn soup today. If she thought about me like she thought about that soup.
Damn.
Shit stayed hot, too.
It did.
Me and Elena are like, man, what can we do to get more listeners? And maybe we should try some ads or run some ads or something. And then I just can't stop thinking about that soup.
And the best part is like, she'd just be silent, like staring out the window.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just
not on her phone or anything.
No. And I'd be like, "You're thinking about that soup, huh?" She's like, "I really was just thinking."
I would. So anyway, she said that when she ate the soup, she said it was grossing her out.
No, not in the beginning.
Yes, I know.
In the beginning, the first sip, she was like, "This is what I wanted.
That's what I want. That's what I want." That's how
she said it tasted like what she thought.
Yeah.
She ate that crab leg. She ate a crawdad. She had some squid.
Ate a thing that wasn't a squid, but had scales. Well, it was a bowl full of monsters.
A bowl full of monsters.
It was a horrific thing to look at.
And then towards the end, she was like, I can't eat this anymore.
This is gross.
This is disgusting. It's so fishy. Get it out of here. How are we going to dispose of it?
She said to me, take this to the dumpster.
I can't talk about this anymore.
I mean, this soup just took over our lives for like half a day. Courtney's gone. Courtney has walked away.
Literally walked away.
She
can't anymore.
Haunted by the soup. There was a mussel in there.
Oh, mussels. There's just
shrimp.
like chunks of fish with the bones.
Right. A little like crawdad thing.
Mm-hmm.
A crab leg. There was a crab leg in there.
There was one crab leg.
Gosh, it was insane.
It had some rice.
Some rice. So we, I believe it was Elena that thought it's probably just been cooking more and more like.
Yeah, it was so hot that I'm sure that it was overcooking whatever seafood.
Releasing.
And seafood is so delicate to cook anyway.
Right.
Like you can only cook it for a certain amount of time before it gets rubbery. So I don't think the fact that it was hot for so long worked in our favor as much as we thought.
Right. It was cool that it stayed hot so long. What a neat trick. But definitely ended up with kind of a gross, very fishy soup.
Very fishy, but yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
Very fishy, but yeah, seafood soup.
I would have felt terrible if we had left there and not gotten her that soup. If she would have had to live her life not knowing how that soup was.
I don't think we could live.
Oh, I would have driven her back. I would have driven back and gotten the soup. It would have made it here. It would have stayed hot the whole time. We're done, or we'll stop talking about the soup. I'm sorry, Courtney can't talk about the soup. Trish like fish, you know what I mean?
Trish like
fish soup.
Yeah. So yeah, we got home and then immediately we're
Yeah, I mean, we've done
this.
really nothing else. Like this, we're back and we wanted to just decompress. What do they call it? We get back from a mission. You D. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's it. That's our that's the tale of a live Trisha Paytas show.
Courtney's out of breath.
My head is pounding.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you drive 4 hours again?
Yes. For pupusas, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna, I swear no, we need to go to Kansas City again just for that.
First of all, calm down. You're on these pupusas like she is with that soup.
Well, I need to learn how to make pupusas as well.
And soup.
Well,
And
I'm into it again.
I'm not bringing that up again. You asked not to.
But you are supposed to bring us horchata every week. That was what you said.
I didn't
And something
say
else.
that.
What else?
Banana bread.
Banana bread. That we can dip in the horchata. Man, someone's going to say, I'm going to say horchata somewhere and they're going to go, it's horchata. And then I'm going to look like an idiot.
No. If they say that,
They're idiots.
you'll call me immediately.
I'll say, my friend's from the Salvador, and she says, you don't say that.
Yeah.
No, but okay, would we drive that far to see Trisha live again?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
I would go even longer.
What's your limit?
6 to 8.
I mean, if she...
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. No, I mean, I think I would.
Well, I would also say that the fact that I get to spend time with you guys.
We're dead. Would you go?
Yeah.
Okay.
8 hours?
Yeah.
Bryony. She'd bring Bryony. The
Probably.
new she wouldn't even miss an episode. We would die. She would do the new episode. She'd have like a little in memoriam to us at the beginning. Get it out of the way. That's messed up, dude.
Never.
I thought it was. What an interesting experience.
It was the best. It was everything I wanted.
I definitely am very curious to see more live YouTube stuff.
Same.
We have a podcast, so
Talk
it's
about
not
it.
as embarrassing. You can be like, well, it's for
It's
a
podcast research.
It's for a podcast.
Yeah.
And Killer Tunes.
Yeah. Freaky.
Man, no,
Iconic is good.
Freak.
Hey.
no fat chicks.
It's okay.
But wait, fat girl.
No, it's fat chicks. Yeah.
Fat chicks.
I'm a fat chicks. Where are you at?
Big girl. Big, thick.
Thick
Gosh.
girls are a boy's
There's
best friend.
Big Belly Goddess or something. That one's funny. Anything? I mean, what? We talked about Trisha.
That's it. That's what today is.
That's
talking
all today.
about
I mean,
Trisha.
look, some things probably happened,
And we'll talk about it next week.
but not a whole lot.
Not too much.
Dumb lady with the dog hasn't said nothing.
Trisha's talking about Vlog Squad.
Trisha's talking about Vlog Squad.
Yeah. Tana and Jake hung out finally since they're
Are
little.
they divorced yet?
Not yet.
not
And
even
James Charles'
fucking
account
married.
got hacked, so he posted a nude. That's about it. But
Cool.
we'll go
Shane
more in
Dawson
depth.
got hacked on Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
said some bad things, but
But he didn't. So
But he
I
didn't.
mean, he didn't. Someone else did. So who even
on
cares?
God.
That's on God.
That's on God.
Yeah.
I think we did it.
We did it.
We
So,
did it.
Until next week.
See you
in the
next
comments
Tuesday.
below.